in a rainforest now.
Uh,
It hasn't quit raining. I mean, it'll quit for a couple of hours and then we'll get a big afternoon thunderstorm and it's just the grass is never dry. Now. It hasn't quit. All right. There we go. All right, so we are live now.
how far are you from Betty and Medina? Are you in North Carolina?
From Betty, I'm about an hour and a half from Asheville, and she's about an hour from Asheville, or 40 minutes from Asheville. So we meet together. I live down
Oh,
here, she lives down here, but there's mountains in between, and so it's hours to get from here to here. But if we just go the highway and go up to Asheville, we've met there for lunch. Medina, I think we figured out we're about 3 hours away from each other because she's up north above Asheville and I'm down here. And so we met at Black Mountain. That's about equidistance,
Yeah,
which we haven't done yet.
maybe we could do it next month.
Okay, that sounds good. And anybody else who wants to come visit, I got a spare bedroom.
I didn't realize how big North Carolina was till we started going to Atlanta and going to all these
Yeah.
other places.
The
Oh,
vacation variety land is what
Yeah.
used to be on their, used to be on the tags, vacation variety, because you can go from the
Really?
mountains to the beach.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've got serious mountains.
Yeah.
I'm in Western North Carolina, Angela.
Yeah, my whole family's from North Carolina. Both my kids live in Raleigh right now,
Oh,
and
wow.
my dad's family's from Hickory. So we used to
Cool.
spend time up at Linville Falls, Camp Lynn Haven,
Mm-hmm.
all that area when I was a kid. So
Nice.
yeah,
Angela, did we just have Friday night together
possibly.
at a birthday party?
There you are. Where are you? I can't see you.
Jackie's down in the.
I'm over here in Buccaneer Point.
Oh, there
we,
she is.
We caught up and I just heard that story
Yes.
Friday night.
There's the answer, Terry, to your question.
Okay. She said she had met at a party and she didn't remember who it was.
I was like, I could not remember your name to save my life.
Well, it's really hard to remember, isn't it, Beth?
There were a lot of
Jackie
people
Jack.
there.
You know what Scott said to me the other day? Is her name really Jackie Jack?
Yeah,
I said it is.
it really is since 1978.
Great
All
name.
right. We're going to go ahead and get started. And what we're talking about today is location sharing. I got a text from April. And oh, and one more thing, very quickly, Angela. I'm going to put in the chat my email address. Send me your email address so I can add you to the list. What I do is after class, I do a recap and you get the link to the YouTube video so you can watch the rest of the class another
Okay, that sounds great. I'm probably going to keep you guys off of video because I'm about to go on the move and I don't want to make you motion sick.
So it's Great Heart Helping Hands for You at gmail.com, but it's all initials. So it's G and then three H's, a four, and then a U
Okay.
at Gmail. So if you can't see it in chat because you're on your phone,
Yeah, I'm going to
there,
take a screenshot of it.
there it is. And send me your email address and I'll make sure you get on the list.
Okay, got it.
Alrighty, so let's talk about screen sharing. Avril had sent me a text message a week or so ago and said, is it true that Instagram is tracking people now? Oh, wait a minute. I have to acknowledge Betty. Betty, we can see you.
What about me?
Yes.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Press some buttons, re-signed in.
Re-signed in is always good. And what about you, Amy? Of course I can see you, but we haven't been able to see Betty for weeks.
Betty's in Hawaii, it looks like.
She's been a black screen.
It's only the background. I'm in mountains in North
I
Carolina.
know. I was joking about that mountain behind you.
All right. So anyway, Avril said, is Instagram tracking people now? And my first instinct, as with zero knowledge of the news that had happened and what changes had happened with Instagram, because while I have an account, I don't really pay any attention to it. My first instinct was no. And so then I went ahead and dived deeper into it, and the answer is no. Instagram has set it up where you can allow and give permission for people to track you, but they're not just tracking you. It's the same thing with Facebook, where you can check in, right? It's one of the features. Let me go to
Good morning.
and Medina, don't get bored by the fact that we're going to Facebook.
I'm not. I'm not.
So when I go to the Joy Center, or when I go to me, let's go to me, and I look, and if I'm going to do a post, which by the way, I've been doing all kinds of posts about my husband. Here's a little advertisement for my husband. This
We can't see it,
you
Betsy.
can't see it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Here we go. And we're on Facebook. So, my husband decided to do a thing, and he is riding across Georgia in the middle of August on a bicycle.
Oh my God.
I know. I dropped him off in Alabama on Saturday, and there's a 100 other idiots, I mean riders, who are doing this, and right at the Alabama-Georgia border, and they got on the Silver Comet Trail, which is a wonderful bike path that leads from Alabama to Atlanta, and then they veered off and they're up into the mountains, but it's mostly off-road, so they're on mountain bikes. And so yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He's done 238 miles out of 360 so far.
Wow. Wow.
But for instance, if I'm going to go here and I'm going to post you can see the little pop-up that came up that said, "What's on your mind," right?
Mhm.
Yes, okay. All right, so I'm going to say, having fun in tech savvy seniors today with my friends from the Joy. There we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. So first of all, as I started to type Joy Center, it actually identified Just Older Youth, aka the Joy Center. So I'm going to click on that, because what that does is it tags the Joy Center, which means that if the Joy Center has their settings correct, they will see that I have tagged them. And the Joy Center has a choice to remove that tag if they want. Okay, so that's one that's a digital tracking thing where I'm tracking Joy, saying that I'm with Joy, and maybe Joy doesn't want to know that they're with me. I'm going to pretend Joy is a person right now. And so Joy might say, "Oh no, I'm in witness protection. I don't want anybody to know that I'm in tech class today at the Joy Center. So I'm going to remove that tag." And that's an option that you have as a setting when somebody tags you. I do like to tag people because when I'm with someone, it's much, much easier for them to find the posts that I've done that are about them. Now yes, they can just go straight to my page, but if I'm a prolific poster, which I'm not, and I have post after post after post after post, and in there is you, then it's hard for you to find you. But if I'm tagging you, then you're going to get a notification. Here's the post that Betsy wrote about you. Do you want to keep it or not? And you can always remove your tags. A really good example was when Scott and I were taking yoga in Key Largo, and it was loved the class, loved the teacher. And she tagged all of us all the time for every single class. And he's like, "I don't want a notification every time I go to a yoga class. I know I went to that yoga class." Well, it's a marketing tool for her to say these people are in the class. Other people who see that post who are friends with Scott might go, "Oh, she has a yoga class at this time." So it's a way to draw people to what you're doing, particularly with a business, which is why it's good for the Joy Center to do that kind of thing. So I'm going to post it here. And then I'm going to just say, join us each week at 8:45 a.m. on Wednesdays. And it's going to help me correct my grammar. Okay, now I've got a couple of things. I can add a photo. So does anybody mind if I do that?
No,
Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot. So let me find my print screen.
Medina, what do you-
Multi-level here. All right, we're going to take a screenshot of everybody in the class. Oh, okay, it's done, Medina.
No, I was just joking.
Oh, I like it. I like it. All right, now I'm going to go back to my share. And I'm not sure how much of this you're going to see. Let's see, when I go to this, yeah, we'll do this. And I go to pictures. Oh, I've got a one that should be, there it is, screenshots. Sadly, I don't know why this doesn't organize it by date, but there's my screenshot for today. I'm going to open it. And there it is. I love it. Okay, so now the next choice I have, I can tag people in it. Now, I'm not going to tag you all. I already tagged the Joy Center in the writing, but I can also write just older youth here, and I can tag it again. That gives it an extra tag. So then it says Betsy is with just older youth, aka the Joy Center. So that's another tag. I tagged it here, and you'll see that this will show up differently once I post it. But then I've got this tag here that says I'm with the Joy Center. Now I'm going to give a check-in, and this is where checking in happens. This is saying where I am. Scaly Mountain, which is pretty much the closest. I don't even think that Otto is here. What is that? It is here. Otto, North Carolina. So then what that does is it says in Otto. That's kind of weird though, because that's not where the Joy Center is. So maybe I do Tavernier, Florida. That's what I'll do instead, because that's where the Joy Center is, and that's a more realistic tag for anybody who were to join me. So now when I post this and we look at the result, oh, it's slow this morning. Let me move you guys over. So over here in my actual post, you can see how just older youth in the body of it came up like different looking. When I hover over it, then it actually gives the opportunity. Let's see if I can move that along. It gives the opportunity. Can you see the pop-up?
Yeah.
Does that show up for you?
Yes.
So it actually shows you, and it gives the Joy Center the website, the contact, and you can like the Joy Center right from there from my post. So that's a really nice way to do tagging. That, however, is not the geographical tagging. The geographical tagging is right here. And so when I hover over that, you can see that Tavernier, Florida is there, and there are this many people who like Tavernier, Florida, including 17 of my friends. So that's kind of fun, but that just lets everyone know where I am today. Okay, so what's the point? I'm going to stop the share so we can get back. So the point is, for the Joy Center, that's a really helpful thing for me to do. In fact, as I was doing it, I was thinking, I had to do this every Wednesday. I don't have to take a screenshot, but I could, before class, post that up, and I could also do a link for what the class, to get into Zoom for the class. And that would be a way to bring more people in. It might be useful for Joy. The geographic tag, now, if we take this, good thing for Joy, it's a marketing tool, helps out. If I were to tag Medina. I can't because she's not on Facebook. However, let's just say that she had, and this is a true story, different person, she had joined Facebook at one point in time because somebody told her she should. That was me. And she doesn't ever use it, never changes anything about it. Stuff happens without her knowledge because she's just not on it. She's not interested. She has other things to do. So if I tag her, and she didn't take care of her settings about what kind of level of privacy she wanted, that anytime I tag her, the whole world gets to see what Medina is doing. Because because of the privacy settings. Now, you have privacy settings that you have total control over, and this goes back to the same thing with Instagram. With Instagram, you can say, I'm here, just like I did with the Facebook one, and people can see where I am. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? For the most part, in social media, when we're traveling, kind of a fun thing. On an everyday basis, maybe not wise in terms of putting information out there where you are. We always used to travel and post all of the pictures later when we got back home because we did not want to publicize to the entire planet, hey, our house is empty for 2 weeks, you know? That's not a very smart idea. It's the same reason why when I leave the house for a few days, I put a timer on my living room light when my light is normally on when I'm home. You know, I put a hold on the mail so that the mailbox isn't filling up. Lots of very practical things that you can do to stay safe and secure and protect yourself. And the same thing with digital protection. Not putting it out there where you are all the time is a very good idea. Now, I'm going to switch gears and let me just pull it up first. So if we go to the most common location sharing that I do, and that is through Google Maps. So when I go to my Google account and I go to my little suite of all the features here, and then I go to my maps, internet's slow here today. It's going to pull up, let me make this tiny. Okay. No, I don't want to search Google Maps. Okay. So right now I've got it in,
That's where I lived.
where? Who?
Somebody
All
just said where I live.
Okay, I'm going to move away from satellite so it'll be easier to see. All right, so scroll out a little bit. All right, so that little heart is where I live. If I zone in, you can see there's my house. It's got a little house icon. You can actually see the house-ish. If I go to satellite, you can really see the house. More than ish, you can see the house. And you can see my neighbor's house. And of course, you can do your street view and take a look at it from there. So let's go here and go to street view. Let's see if the Google car actually went down my road. And there we go. There's my across the street neighbor. There's my house.
Well,
Nice.
And I can move along and come up a little bit closer here. There's my driveway. There's my other neighbor. So you are literally standing on the corner of my house. Now, this is older. These mailboxes are not here anymore. They're all moved to the other side of the road. And you can see this was taken in 2023 when Google came here. So that's some serious location information. So I'm going to go back away from Street View.
It says July 2008 under Google Street View. In the black thing over there?
I see that here, but not on, there was a watermark. So this capture says 2008.
Oh, that, yeah.
Image capture 2008, which is interesting. Huh. Because the other one I just saw, let me get out of Street View a minute. Yep. Okay. So when I go, well, we went way far back. Going back, okay. And go back to here, to my house here. Okay, so this is just 2025. Interesting. Okay, that was a good catch. The other watermark I saw said 2023. 2008 would be unrealistic, really. Maybe that's when they started Street View, because they update much more recently than that. I mean, think about how long ago that is. Anyway, that's not the point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go way out and I'm going to show you where Scott is. Do you see the picture in the middle of the screen there?
Yeah.
That's my honey and his icon.
Mm.
That's because we do sharing. We do location sharing. It's really important for me to do location sharing with a guy like mine because he is off in the woods somewhere all by himself, and I need to know where to collect the body, basically. So that's what I do, and I can zone in. Now, this only works if his phone is on. When he does some of these epic things where he's not going to have a chance to charge his phone, he will often not have it on because he's saving it for when he actually needed it, if he had an emergency or whatever. When you're in an area like this, and we're going to go to satellite view or terrain view, you can see there's not a lot of, there's no towns, right? This is mountains. This is all mountains. If we go to terrain, you can really see, maybe, there we go. You can see where he is. You know, this is just mountain after mountain after mountain with a little valley in between.
What,
So, and
what if there's no cell service where he is?
exactly, there is often no cell service where he is. So for that, what we do, and I have not pulled it up here. Let's get to, but I've pulled it up on my phone a whole bunch, and that is, where is he? So here is a tracker that is showing exactly where he is. This is Scott Base, where he started and where he went. So that if I zoom out a little bit, you can see, oof, he's been busy. So this is where I dropped him off on the Alabama border on Saturday. And then this is all of the locations that he has been on this route with all of these other crazy people. Each little thing is a when was it, right? So one day, 22 hours and 23 minutes ago. If I zoom in a little bit, he has a device that is a satellite sending unit that actually shows where he is at any given moment. If I click on this, it'll show at this point he was one day, 18 hours to 39 minutes, and he was had gone 149 miles at this point here. So then if I go over to where he is now, right there, so he's not been here. Oh, wait a minute, he has been there. Sorry, he got to get to where he is now. There we go. That's where he spent the night, right here, 9 hours and 8 minutes ago. And then he just got started again. Now this, you notice there's no little dots where he is.
Yeah.
So all of the little dots here were where he was. So if we go here and see where was he had gone 132 miles at that point. And I can refresh the location and see if it's got him any further along. He is actually further along, so I'm curious as to why. Well, 1 hour and 15 minutes ago. So it doesn't show him every second with this particular tracker, but this is a little device that he's carrying. It's like a little GPS, and it sends a signal up to a satellite that then comes back down to that web page. Morning, Andy and Renee. And so that's going to show exactly where he is. Literally, so that, if he gets a problem, that's the point, is that somebody can come rescue him if need be. So that's a little bit deeper of a tracking device. If his phone is on, it will also track him. Now, Medina, if there's no cell service where he is, his phone has satellite as well. So his newest iPhone that he got, because he doesn't always take the Spot is the one that's the tracker that shows that map I just showed you. He doesn't always take that with him. He does most of the time, but he doesn't always, and he does when he's on a race, when he has to. But he got an iPhone that specifically has satellite capabilities, so that it doesn't matter if he has cell service or not. In the mountains, that's really a critical question. For most people, it's not a critical question. For most people, you're going to be somewhere near satellite service at some point in time. But when and where should you do that? So I only share with him because we both think it's really important that we can help each other if something happens. We can find each other because we're often off doing adventures on our own. When he is racing and totally inaccessible to have a conversation with, like he can right now, if his phone is off, which it's not yet, but if his phone were off, as it was for much of this ride, I can only get a text from him from his Spot device, and it'll say he has specific text that he has put in. Everything's okay, just taking a break. Everything's okay, just getting started, whatever. There's also some ones that thankfully I've never seen, but he has shown me on the device. In an emergency, not critical, I'm getting help. Or in an emergency, critical, come right away. So he's programmed these messages in that thankfully I've never seen. Other than when he's standing there showing me, here's the other messages that we hope you never see. And so it's a one-way conversation though. I cannot say I'm on my way or anything. That device doesn't take incoming. It only does outgoing. The satellite phone, the iPhone that he has, can text both ways. He can make a call. I can't call him. That's another whole level of dollars for me to be able to call him through a sat phone situation. He could call out and he can text out and I can text him back. So that's really nice. It's a lot more money, but he does these kinds of things. It's a safety thing. When he is unavailable and I am in a situation where I need somebody who might need to know where I am, then I change my location sharing and I put my daughter on and I let her know, hey, I'm going off into the wilderness. Dad's in the wilderness. We're not together. Here's where I am. Kind of keep an eye on me, okay? And then when I'm done, I make sure that I let her know, same thing that he does, I'm okay, I'm back. So how do you do that? How many people in the room location share through maps? Jackie, that's it. Wow. Okay. Terry?
Yep.
Okay. So, if you're doing any kind of traveling, it's not a bad idea. When we're traveling through highly metropolitan areas where there's going to be cell service and a town, every 100 feet, not really a big deal. But if you do any kind of bigger traveling where you're going to be either internationally or, going through some wilderness areas, you might want to, and particularly if you're alone, you might want to find somebody that you would want to share with. So let's go to back to maps. And let's go to our settings. Oh, Zoom puts all these things in my way. All right. Can you see maps? Y'all can see the maps, right?
Yes.
We can see the last map you showed us with Scott.
Yes. Okay. So up at the top here, we've got our 3 bars. 3 bars always means there's more information there. And so let's look and see what our options are. Location sharing right here. Right now, Scott Based is sharing with me, and I'm sharing. I can go to manage location. I can decide to stop sharing with him. So that's how you do this. You can also it says you can disable location sharing from this page, but you can only start sharing from your mobile device. So it would be kind of silly for me to location share this computer because, I mean, yes, the computer can go places with me, but this is letting me know I can stop it here, but I can't start it here. I can only do it from my phone. So,
See, question.
yeah,
So if you want to share, say, with Scott, does he have to accept that, or is it just automatic when you choose it?
it's automatic. I'm going to
Okay,
grab my
thank you.
tablet because it'll be a bigger display. Hang on. This will be much easier than my phone, and I should be able to do this from here. So this is a Google Pixel tablet, so it's going to be the same as my Google Pixel phone. I'm going to go to Maps, just like I did. And I turn that off, there'll be less glare. No, there's not. Oh, there it is. Just have to do a weird angle. So there I'm on Maps. And so when I go to my settings, it's going to be up here where my icon is, right? Where my little face icon is. And so when I tap on that, it's going to show my options, and location sharing is right there. So when I tap on location sharing, I get a message, and I haven't done everything on here that I do with my phone. It says location sharing isn't enabled on this device. Fix it. So I'm going to tap fix. That was it. That fixed it. I didn't have to do anything other than fix. Then at the bottom here, it says new share. So I'm going to tap new share, stay connected. And there's a little message, staying connected. Share your real-time location with friends and family. They can see where you are and share it with you across Google Apps and services. Your location is updated even when the app is not in use. So I hit continue. So now it has at the very top, it has share for 1 hour or until you turn this off. Well, with Scott, I have until I turn this off, which is pretty much going to be never. And then it starts with some suggestions. Larissa, my daughter, is the next one. Other people that I contact frequently are here. I can also do it through messages. So who wants to be the guinea pig? I have to have your contact information in here. So Medina? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, she was first. All right. So Medina, do you have your phone with you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to text it, and so I hit message, and then at the bottom it says, anyone with this link will be able to see your name, photo, and real-time location. And I'm going to say share. So then what it's doing is it's pulling up my text messaging. This is almost too big. It's pulling up text messaging, and then it's saying, who do I want to text it to? And because I haven't texted Medina lately, I'm just going to hit new message, and I'm going to do a search for Medina. And there comes in my search list. It's tried to start out with medical, but now I got down and there's Medina Roy. And so it says, this is the text that she's going to get. And it says, see my real-time location on Maps. So I'm going to send that to her. And you should have that on your phone any minute.
Got it.
You got it? So when it sent it, it sent a fun little, like this is what it should look like for you. Is that what yours looks like, Medina?
Yes.
Okay. So what it says to her is, see my real-time location. visit Google Maps to check out. And so when you tap on that, it might not work for you because you probably use Apple Maps. Do you use Google Maps as well?
It's Google Maps.
Okay.
I'm not finding it.
Yeah,
Not finding the
I got
share.
it.
Okay. And you can see where I am.
Yep.
And it even shows up with my icon and my name.
Yep.
Linda, what are you not finding?
I'm not finding location sharing. I use Apple Maps and it's not finding it.
Let me grab the iPad.
Well, I've got my phone, I've got my iPad too, but I've got my phone in my hand. That's what I would want to use.
Yeah. Well, trying to think.
So on Apple Maps, all right, I've never done this on Apple Maps, but I'm going to show you when I opened up Apple Maps on Scott's iPad, Linda,
Yes.
if you'll just look here for a minute. Okay,
Yes.
I opened up Apple Maps and right at the bottom,
You're right. You're right. I found it.
okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't even have to search in a menu. it was right there on the top page.
Yes,
Share
you're
my
right.
location.
Thank you.
And-
I was trying to do it from settings, but no, it's right here in the maps.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And same thing, when I tapped that for Apple Map users, it popped up a little window and made some suggestions of people that he would regularly share information with. And then down below that is a list of other ways to share, including AirDrop, messages, email, notes, Facebook, Messenger, Drive, WhatsApp. So he could tap on one of those and share through that platform as well. So you can do it in both. And that's pretty much the same with anything. What Google can do, Apple can do, just with a slightly different flair to it. So questions about that? Any questions about location sharing whatsoever? Joyce.
Okay, so let's say I do it on Apple Maps. I'm just looking, trying to figure out how to get, I have the Google app, but it doesn't show, Google Maps app, but it doesn't show up on my home screen. I have got to search for it every time. So
Okay,
let's,
so
yeah, so that
I'm
I
gonna
guess would be the first really question. If I have it up, like it's right here, top hit.
yeah.
But if I haven't searched for it, it doesn't, it's not on the home screen. How do I,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's really easy. That's really easy for making something on the home screen. If you have it, right? So Scott, he's an Apple guy now, but he has well, his is on the home screen. I'll take this as a for instance. Oh, she walked away.
Back.
He's got a lot of his tabs, his Apple tabs with group things here, right? Is that where yours is? Now you're muted. You're muted, Joyce. Joyce, I can't hear you. You're muted. You're still talking, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, the dog was barking. So the Apple Maps is in a group,
Right.
but Google Maps, I have to, go to the little thing and tap down.
Okay.
Google
So
Maps.
on
It's not
on an Apple device, you go to your library, right?
Yeah,
Find I'm gonna do one because his is on the main thing, so I can't do it with that, but I'm just gonna say calculator. All right. And so if I just opened it. Let me go back. All right. I go to the app library. There's all the apps that he has. I take that calculator, right? I'm gonna push and hold it, and then I'm just gonna move it to my home screen. Oh, he's gonna hate me for changing his stuff. So now it's right there on the home screen.
yeah.
So if you want to do that with Google Maps, same thing. You just take it from your Apple library. It doesn't go away from your library. It's still in the library. You're just moving the shortcut so it's easy to find. And so then I've put calculator right there, just like you move any app. Let me move that back. You move from home screen. Okay. So with Apple, that's what you're going to do. You just move the icons around.
All
Now,
right.
I have a question for you. Take your Apple Maps, and did you see where you can share location with Apple Maps?
Um,
It was kind of at the bottom. I think you have to scroll down.
Yes.
more, no. Uh,
So when I open up, Joyce, look,
yeah,
when I open Apple Maps, right down there at the bottom, the
Yeah.
very bottom of,
there it
yep,
is.
share my location. All right. So if you're willing, I would like to do an experiment. Would you share your location through Apple Maps with me? I have no Apple Maps.
That was the question I was gonna
Yes. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to share it using text,
messages, okay. Two.
and we'll see what happens.
Okay, I got it.
All right. So I got her text, and it says Joyce shared location. And so I'm going to tap on it. Are you sure you shared it through Apple Maps?
Why?
Because it came through Google Maps.
I wonder if no, it's, no.
Because I can't.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Took us off what? Mute?
I wonder if Apple Maps works with Google Maps. They may very well be.
I don't know.
So many times if
Yes.
I'm changing, changing, from
Your
Apple
mouse
to
permissions,
Google
try
or
that.
Read or anything, I go to put in an address. I'll change to Apple from Google. I'll put in an address and it'll fill it in that I had put into app. So I
You got something down there.
Apple
Well-
may have bought it from Google. Yeah,
This says Google.
okay.
So you were in Apple Maps and hit share my location.
Right.
I was in, no, I was in just
that?
plain maps. It was in just plain maps. Because
What happens when you go back?
you see,
See.
Google Maps, you can switch back and forth
Oh.
to the different views. Apple
Oh,
Maps.
no, it worked for you, right? I
But
didn't
I
put it
think
on.
they stole it
No.
from Google.
I
Hang on
wasn't
one
gonna
Oh,
second.
no, they
share
bought
it
it from Google. Oh,
every
Andrew's
place we
talking.
go. unless
Hang on
you
one
got-
second. I'm going to mute Andy and Renee. There we go. Okay. You guys are muted.
I think I heard somewhere that Apple uses that feature of Google Maps, not the whole interactive thing, but just that feature of Google Maps.
Okay. So I'm gonna go just for fun's sake. So here's Google Maps. Here's Apple Maps.
Right, that's the one
Right. So I'm going to tap on Apple Maps. So I'm definitely in Apple Maps. And then I'm going to do share my location. And I'm going to do, let's see now. I need an Android person. Amy? You're on your phone though. This will be difficult to be in Zoom and do that.
Yeah.
Andy and Renee, you're Android people. I'm gonna,
Yeah, we're
All right.
Android. We're
all
trying
right,
to
so
hook
what
it
I'm
up.
gonna do is I'm going to
Oh, you
text
were
you my
trying to-
location to, and I,
Wait a minute. He was trying to put his on, but it won't let him.
what do you mean?
I put in the people I want to send my location to. And it tells me now to go to settings after I put in share. And then comes up allow only allow all the time.
Yep.
And then it says see all maps permission or see all apps with this permission. I
Yeah.
don't know where to I don't
So
know where to
remember
go.
when I was doing it with my Pixel tablet, because I had never used it before, I hadn't allowed sharing to happen. And so it said
Okay.
fix it. And so I hit fix and it did it for me. So, and actually,
There's no place on there that it says what to do to fix it.
Yeah.
you would go to settings and allow location.
I don't know if I can do this right.
You go,
She said
you go,
Go to settings.
you go
Settings.
to
Okay.
settings.
Where is settings?
Easiest way to find settings on your phone is to pull down from the top, and you're
There you
going to
go.
have settings on that settings
You have it.
page there.
Wrong one. Okay.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when you go to settings, you're going to go to your apps. Do you see settings under apps? I mean, apps under settings.
Where's your apps?
No, I don't see that
Okay.
yet.
Stop for a second and look up. Stop looking at the phone for a second. The easiest way when you're not familiar with finding something, there's a search bar at the top.
Yeah.
Just put in apps. Just type in the word apps.
Hit the center.
Okay.
Find apps.
Not yet.
Yes.
P.
They're not talking to me. They're talking to each other.
I'm not saying a word. I'm listening.
Did you
I
find
talk
apps?
out loud.
Did you find
Okay, I'm
apps?
on apps.
Okay.
Now what?
So now that you're in apps, what you want to do is pick your map apps. So right here, when I'm in apps and I look down, there's maps. So I tap maps. And then look up a minute. It gives you notifications, permissions as the second one down for me. So then I go to permissions, and this is going to be the same with any phone, any apps. And it gives you, do I want my maps to have access to my camera? I allow that because I don't know if you were in the class where I said, when I take a picture, I can go to location and I can see, I don't remember exactly what day I was in Manitoba, but I can go to the map of Manitoba and it'll show me all the places I took pictures in Manitoba and I can go there because I allow camera permission. So I allow that. Contacts, yes, because if I'm trying to find a place, with my contacts, it will show where my friend lives because I have their contact. And then the next one is location. And that's where I'm going to enable location permission. And when I tap on it, it gives me a choice. Allow all the time, only when I'm using the app, or ask every time. Those are the options that you get for the kind of permission that you're going to give. So you can
Okay,
say
maps.
only when using the app if you
Right
feel uncomfortable
Permissions.
about it. I personally allow it all the time because I want my maps to be fully functional.
Location.
Yeah.
And I can't share location with Scott if it's not sharing all the time. You know what I mean? That would
Yeah.
defeat the purpose of that. All right.
So
I
you put
forgot
on
where
allow
we
all
were.
the time?
What?
She allows all the time.
I allow it all the time. Hmm.
Okay. Then
Okay.
just go back.
So now go back to your map and you should find location sharing. Medina, while they're looking at that.
Okay, so this is interesting. I looked for my, I have Google Maps on the phone. I looked for my Apple Maps. I couldn't find it. So I went into search, typed in Apple Maps. First thing that came up was Google Maps. And underneath, I had Apple
Is it
Maps,
doing anything?
It's
Google
loading.
Maps, Waze navigation. But here's what, listen to this. This is interesting. So Google Maps has 5 stars. Apple Maps has 2.
Okay.
As far as like, I guess how people are rating it. And so Google Maps is number 1 in navigation. Waze is number 2 in navigation. And Apple Maps they have like no rating at all, except for there's just 2 stars. It's weird.
Well, how do stars happen?
I guess people,
Input
People-
from people.
yeah. Well, Apple Maps has 46,000, I guess,
Well, I bet it's more
whatever.
than that. You
Google
sure it's
Maps,
not 46 million?
no, 46,000, and
Okay.
Google has 6.8 million.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Well, all the young people, I mean, years ago, my son-in-laws, some of them techies, said, get off that Apple Maps. It's not up to date. download Google Maps. It's the only way to drive.
There you go.
We use Waze.
Yeah.
That's
I
good
use
too.
Waze.
I'm betting that Waze gets its data from Google
Yes.
as well.
Lost when I
Terry,
use Waze.
When a couple years
I don't
ago,
like Waze at all, but I use Apple Maps. I have both, but I use Apple.
do you?
Wow.
Terry?
Apple Maps has some interesting features that I know. I even remember when, I think Google does too, when my granddaughter first was driving last year. She didn't want to go on the highways, and that's hard in Atlanta to go places without going on the highways. But Apple Maps would give her a, off highway, and she really liked that. She took me to a mall that was made about 30 lefts and rights and all. But it took us, and also I know that on Waze, people sometimes
Did you
neighborhoods
get it?
are really
No, it's still
complaining
loading.
because it takes them around these small little streets, makes a U street around, or it takes you out to some place that there's a left turn where there's no light or stop or anything like that. So it does, some things, but
You can also, some of that you can dial in, you can, on maps, you can say avoid highways.
Yeah.
And it will take you not on the highway. You can also choose, if you get, let's just say that left turn thing, choose something different while you're en route. You get to somewhere and you go, okay, there's not a light here. There's a lot of traffic. I'm not comfortable turning left. Turn right. It will reroute you. It automatically creates a new route for you. Where you're not gonna get lost by going off map. It's gonna just redirect you at a place where you feel more comfortable. Joyce.
Okay, so let's say I'm traveling to visit somebody and I put in location sharing. How do they, or vice versa, somebody's, do they keep getting messages as I move, or do they see me on a map? How does it work?
They have to look. They have to look. So they'll get just like when you sent that to me, I've got Joyce Peckman's location and I got the text because I said send it to me in a text. And that's generally the easiest. These things work really well on phones. And that would be the best way to do it.
But that's
So
if
when
you're still, right.
So when I tap on that, it's going to show me there that red dot is where you are. And
Did you
did you
tap
do
on the
this?
map, or did you tap on the words on top of the map?
I tap, and let me go back. It doesn't matter. So I tapped on the words because I know that's a link.
Right,
This
right.
underlined part is a link.
Right.
But if I tap there, it's all one thing. I tapped
Okay.
on the map and it took me to the same location.
So as I'm moving, it's showing you where I am.
Yep.
Which is
Yep.
good,
Only if I open the app.
Right.
If I don't look at the app, but it's a great thing, if you're going to visit somebody and they're comfortable with technology, you can go, I'm going to share my location so you can kind of see. So you think about the safety feature of this. You don't have to text them while you're driving or call when you're driving and say, I'm stuck in traffic or whatever, you're trying to make it somewhere on time. We're going to lunch together and, I'm running late. It's far less safe for me to say, even if I'm doing hands-free, I'm distracted for that moment, I can sit in my car with my both hands on the wheel and I can say, "Hey Google, text Joyce Peckman." And my screen will open up and it'll say, "What's the message?" I say the message, but I'm still slightly distracted because I'm now focusing on giving you information versus watching the road. So sharing location for even a short thing like that versus the big epic things me and my husband do is a great idea. I'm going to Jackie's house and, there's a wreck on US 1 and I'm in, Upper Matacumbe and it's going to take much longer than I expected. She can just look and go, okay, I'm going to keep the salad plates in the freezer for a little bit longer because they're going to get hot if I take them out now. And she's supposed to be here now. But now she also doesn't have to get mad at me for not being there on time because she can see I'm stuck. Plus, when you're looking at this, you're going to see the red line, right? Because it's going to show, particularly, I don't know how Apple Maps does it, but with Google Maps, it's going to show a red line. So when I back out right now, I'm not in Miami, but I can see where the stoppages are in Miami.
Yep.
You know, these red areas, I can go, okay, Joyce is here, and whoops. Really hard to do this backwards and upside down. You know, Joyce is here and I'm here, and you know, I could take these side streets to get here, or I can stick it out in this red zone here. Harder to take the side streets in the Keys. You know?
Yeah, really
Um,
hard.
You can, but it in limited places. So, you know, I really like that idea, Joyce, of, you know, hey, it's a short-term thing. I'm going to see somebody. I'm on my way. Here's a map so you can track me. I like that idea. Don't know why I never thought of it. Any other questions, Linda?
Yes, so if I have a lunch date with Joyce and she doesn't show up, I can just go on there and find out that she never came.
If she shared her location with you. Yes.
She would have to share with me.
Yes.
It wouldn't be me looking for her. All
No.
right, so
You can
Okay.
simultaneously, you know, me and my husband both have it set so
Yes.
that I share with him and he shares with me.
Okay.
There have been probably 2 instances where it showed that he was not sharing location. And I'm like, what'd you do this afternoon? It's like, what do you mean? Where'd you go? You turned off location sharing. He's like, no, I didn't. You know, and I'm sure he didn't. You know, there's glitches in the system. And occasionally it won't work, or it'll turn off, or he wasn't paying attention and turned it off by accident because he was playing with maps. And you know, he has that fat finger syndrome too. So, you know, but it will tell me, Google will tell me from time to time, you're sharing location with Scott. Okay, so because I do it all the time, and it reminds me, because in a situation where, ooh, I turned it on with, who did I turn it on with? Joyce is sharing with me, which you might want to stop that. I don't care. Okay, I guess I didn't share it. I was going to share it with Andy and Renee, and they got bogged down in where that was.
You shared it with me.
I shared it with you. Okay. So am I still sharing location with you, Medina?
There. Go.
Because it's not showing that I am.
Let's see.
Joyce, put your finger on the space bar.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a good
sharing with
question.
you.
Yeah. Okay. So I shared. Now, how do I unshare?
Okay, so you would just go to stop the share.
Where
Joyce's face, no wrinkles.
Where you found your sharing on your
right.
Apple Maps, where it said share.
I don't know where it is, how to clean us up,
Well,
make us look better.
okay.
See what I'm talking about?
Edit actions.
She has no wrinkles. Of course
Where-
she has wrinkles.
Where you were sharing
She's done
location.
something
Right.
on that thing like
When
Betsy
you,
put in eyebrows
Scroll,
to clean up.
there's more options.
You can't do anything about
Share my location, mark my
Reduce the
location,
values,
report
yeah.
an issue.
enhanced review.
When all else fails, you can also just go right to the.
Actually, this was a good class.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
I
I
learned.
don't know, Medina, did I share with you with Apple or Google?
You shared with me
Yeah, I learned that I
Google.
Okay,
that you don't.
so I'm just typing stop share.
Our reception is.
Okay, that didn't work. Jackie, I'm gonna mute you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay, so library offline preferences, share location, mark my location, terms and conditions. Edit actions. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna have to share to stop share. So let me do that with you. Let's see. messages and I have to, I'm going to do it with Terry because I think, yeah, Scott has Terry's in here. All right, so Terry, I shared through Apple Maps. This is going to show up as Scott's location because Scott has you in his contacts. So now when I look, did you get that?
No, I mean, oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
It should have been a text.
Yeah, it is. Yes, I have. Yes, I do have it.
Okay.
Cool.
So now, now the question that Joyce had is, how do I stop that share? I know how to do it in Google. I'm learning how to do it right here and go to sleep, Google. Mark my location, share my location. Let me go back and see if I just go back to share and see what it says. All right, so if I go to Terry and John, okay, so what I'm getting here, it's delivering it as a text. I don't know that it's a tracking. It looks to me like it's not tracking it, that it's actually just showing where I am in this point in time.
So that would not work when I'm going to Linda in Texas and I want her to follow to know how far I got.
You can with Apple Maps, but let me
Yeah.
let's see, location sharing. Huh. Okay. Huh. Location sharing allows you to share real-time location with others through various apps and services. This can be done through Google Maps or Find My app on Apple devices. So location sharing,
Find My
the way we did it was this point in time. This was Apple. In order for you to be able to track, it's Find My app on Apple Maps. All right, we are out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope this was interesting. I
It
learned some
was.
stuff.
I'm going to follow my husband.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be
Go
here.
grab his
Okay, hurry
phone.
up.
Quick question for you still.
Yes.
Does Waze do that location sharing? I didn't.
How
Yes, it
about
does.
you
Yes,
tell
it does.
me? You play with it and tell me.
I
We'll
It
wrap
has
this up
something-
next week.
Share the location. It has on Waze. Yes.
We will do this with all of the other options. Joyce, you had your hand up.
Okay, to be continued next week.
To be continued. Find My app in Apple. So if you can, play with it this week and see what you can figure out for yourself with your favorite app, whether you use Waze, whether you use WhatsApp, because apparently that allows it too, and Find My app and see what you can come up with. And we will reconvene and do it all together next week.
Thanks, Betsy.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
week.
Dr. Lou's here.